Hey guys, this is Melissa. It's been a while since I've done a video, so I thought I would share the Christmas cards that I created this year. So let's get started. The first three cards that I did, I actually made a few years ago, but I thought I would show them anyways. All the cards that I did are made on standard white card blanks that you can buy at Joann's, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby. So let's get started. This first one is just card blank covered with blue metallic paper. And then this peace sticker is bling that I got at Michael's a couple years ago on the dollar bin. I just did that and put it on, and then just stamped a poem inside, and that's basically it for that one. This next one too is one I pulled from my stash. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera. I tried doing this and it wouldn't show the cards correctly. So then this one is just some paper that I had from the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. I embossed it with the snowflake embossing folder from Cuttlebug. Cut the tag out on my Cameo, not my Cameo, my Cricut. That's how old this is. Just put a sticker, and then this stuff I got from Hobby Lobby, and just tied it little tails on that. And you can still buy that at Hobby Lobby. Okay. The next one too is also one I pulled from my stash. All the supplies for this one I bought at Hobby Lobby. So this is just some paper from the Paper Studio, some cardstock, and then the Noel sticker is a sticker that's covered in micro beads. So there's that one. And then I made this one. Now these ones are all ones that I created this year. This one is just some cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby last year. They might even still have this. Then the stamps, I stamped from Dollar Stamps and then cut the circles out using my Fiskars shape cutter. Colored them with Bic markets and then added a little bling that I colored with the Bic markets, so it's just clear bling that I colored to match the coloring of the thing. And then I also too, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, used one of those Jelly Roll Stardust or Star Clear pens to add a little sparkle to that. And then I just stamped an image inside. This one is basically the same design but just upright. Same paper as before, same dollar stamp, same Bic markets. The From Santa stamp, I stamped from a Fiskars set that I got at Joann's a couple years ago. This is also the set that people were finding at Tuesday Morning this year. Colored the bling, stamped the images, and that also has got a little bit of sparkle on it. And that I just stamped inside with a message. And then lastly, this is another one that's basically the same card. Dollar stamps, colored with the Bic markets, colored the bling with the Bic markets. This paper is from the Jolly Stack that I got at TJ Maxx for $2.99 this year. And then the same dollar stamp from Fiskars. And also too, on this, I outlined everything in marker or inked the edges on them with that, and then just stamped it inside. This one is basically the same thing. This is from paper that I bought this year from the Paper Studio. It's the Basics pack, basically. The stamp comes from the same Fiskars set as before. These are all dollar stamps, and I just colored the bling, and then I also added a little glossy accents and a little of the clear Stardust pen, and that was it on that one. And that one I haven't done anything inside. I'll probably just stamp an image. And then I got this one. This is just blue cardstock I had in my stash. This is paper from one of the DCWV stacks from last year. These are dollar stamps, stamped with Memento ink in the different blue colors. This is from the same Fiskars set. And just added some clear bling to that. And then I just stamped two snowflakes inside. Nextly, I've got this card. This I cut out with stamped this from the Stampendous stamp set that I bought last year at Michael's on clearance. Embossed some white cardstock with the Cuttlebug and folder, and then some paper I had from my stash, and colored it with Bic Markets, and then added a little glossy accents to the nose and little coat pieces for the mouth. And then I just colored an image, a little snowman image that I got from a Hampton art set. And if anything, if you want to know what any of these stamps come from or anything, just give me a message and I can shoot you off a message. So there's that one. Next, I've got this one. This is cardstock or paper that I got from Martha Stewart at Hobby Lobby, at TJ Maxx for $2.99 this year with candies on it. This sticker is just from a 97-cent sticker that Walmart had this year. The snowflakes are up for from the same sticker set to make the smokestack. And then this gingerbread piece I got from, I think it's from Basic Gray, Nordic Holiday. And then I just added a little stickles to make it a little shinier. And then inside on that one, I just stamped an image from a stamp set I had. And then the little puffy stickers that I got from Martha Stewart, I added to all four corners, and it's candies. Next, I've got this one. This one is some DCWV paper from a few years ago. I pulled out of my stash. I cut it with a Spellbinders die, and looks like swatched squares or postage stamp kind of. Added a little stickles for snow. This image is from Michael's this year. It's a little snow girl stamp, and then I glossy accent some of that, and then I stamped Miriam Bright in the purple American Crafts ink that I had from a little set that I got at TJ Maxx. Added some bling, and then I just stamped Merry Christmas inside in the same purple ink with the set that I had from Fiskars that I showed you before. Then I made this stamp, or this card. This is the same Stampendous set. I just inverted it. Some paper from DCWV from the Arctic Stacks. And then embossed the white cardstock with the Cuttlebug embossing folder. Added a little glossy accents. And then inside on that one, I had a set that I had gotten a few years ago at Michael's for a penny. And I don't have the paperwork on that one. I threw the packaging away on that. And I just stamped that in blue ink. And that was it on that one. Next is this one. I took a stamp that I gotten at Michael's last year, one of those $3 or $4 ditto stamps with the snowflakes. Stamped that, a pattern on the back. The Abominable Snowman sticker I got at Target this year. It's flocked, and it's came in a pack with Rudolph, Hermie the dentist, because I actually bought the pack to make a card for my dentist. I haven't made that one yet. And then I just did that, and I stamped that with blue denim ink from American Crafts, and then I just stamped Merry Christmas inside. That one's very simple. This one I just took some paper, some cardstock from that I had on hand. The star paper is from the Jolly Stack from American Crafts. This little stamp I got at Michael's this year. Stamped it out, colored it with the Bic Markets. Added a little of the clear gel pen and accented that. You really can't see that. Stamped Merry Christmas with red ladybug ink from Memento. And this set I got at at Tuesday Morning this year. It had Merry Christmas on it, so I just stamped that. And then inside, this is a dollar stamp that I had gotten a few years ago at Walmart. Just stamped it, colored it in with the Bic Markets, and added a little with the clear gel pen, the Stardust pen, and called it good. This one is just some paper I took from one of the DCWV stacks. I cut the star out with my Fiskars shape cutter, inked it with some blue Memento ink from the little dewdrops. The ribbon is from Michaels this year that I got on Black Friday when it was 70% off. And the piece stamp set is from a Hampton Art stamp that I bought last year. And then I just stamped with some snowflakes and a piece, Love and Hope. This is from the same set that I used before, the Fiskars set that I got at Joann's a few years ago, that you can find it Tuesday morning, or people were finding it Tuesday morning. Next is this one. This is just a stamp that I had that I gotten 2 years ago, I think, at Michael's. I think they still have this one. I actually paid a penny for it. Cut out with a Spellbinders die, this, the blue shape. Outlined it in some white chalk ink. This is the little girl stamp from Michael's this year. Glossy accented it. And Happy Holidays also comes from the Fiskars set. Inked the edges around that. I used blue denim ink from American Crafts. And then I just added some snowflake confetti that I had gotten at Walmart last year. Next one is this one. I used a stack that I had gotten from Michael's this year. It's My Mind's Eye. It's the ones that they had this year because they only had 2 with the My Mind's Eye. This is the one with little pinks. I cut out the hexagons with the punch from Fiskars. Just added a little bling that I colored with Bic Markets. Stamped Happy Holidays from the stamp set. And then just added a little bit of the hexagons inside. And there's that one. This is one I made for a card swap that I was in last year, and I didn't need this card, so I just added the snowflakes. The silver star comes from Hobby Lobby I got last year. These 2 icons, or 2 characters, are from some gift tags that I bought at the Dollar Tree a couple years ago. Stamped some snowflakes that I had in the blue denim ink, and then embossed this with the Cuttlebug embossing folder, the snowflake, and that's a paint chip from that you can get at like Home Depot. Home Depot actually makes the best paint chips because they are bigger than the ones at Lowe's. Next I got this one. Just stamped the background with some red and green ink and snowflakes. Took some paper straws, flattened them using just a rolling pin. I tried to use the Cuttlebug and couldn't get the sandwich right. Added those up to make a tree shape. And I got the straws from Target. And then just cut that out with a Spellbinders die and stamped Joy, and then inked it with some red ink around the edges. Next is this one. This is a card from the Mambi Cards in an Instant from this year. This is Hobby Lobby paper that I had in my stash. I cut it out using a paper tray ink chevron die, and cut that out and just glued that to the front. And then inside I did more of the chevrons, cut a square out, and a little stamp that I had from a $1.50 stamp set that I bought at Big Lots a few years ago from Hampton Art. Next is this one. This is also a Mambi Card in an Instant from this year. White cardstock that I embossed with the Cuttlebug and snowflake embossing folder. Stamped some snowflakes around the outside using some some Memento Versamark ink that I had, a little dewdrop in that color. And then I just stamped a snowman from a Cosmo Crickets stamp set that I had. I bought this kit at Tuesday morning this year, that when they were having those $14.99 kits from Cosmo Cricket. I bought the Christmas one and just stamped that in the same color ink. Next is this one. I had some paper. This is paper from the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby, with the lights on it, and I kind of glossy accent some of the lights. I don't know if you can pick that up or not. Cut out a banner shape by hand, stamped Merry Christmas. This is from a Momenta or stamp set that I got at Michael's this year for $4.99. This sticker is a snowman that I picked up from Hobby Lobby this year. And then inside is some, I just stamped some lights from a border set that I bought at Michael's, I think 2 years ago. It's a rubber cling stamp. And then I just colored those in with Bic Markets and then added a little of the clear gel pen, and that was it on that one. Next is this one. Stamped this out with a snowflake background set from Ditto. This set was also from a Ditto stamp last year. Embossed that in some silver embossing powder. And then cut it out in the tree shape. And then just added a snowflake confetti that I got from Walmart this year. And next is this one. The little girl stamp is from Michael's this year. Glossy accented it. Cut out the banner shapes from some paper that I had from the Paper Studio. This is just regular plain old white cardstock, and then stamped it with Season's Greetings. That's from the Fiskars set. And in red ink that I had on hand. And then just another one of the little snowflakes from the Hampton Art set that I had. Or not snowflakes, snowmen, sorry about that. Next is this one. This one is, the background paper is some paper I had from my stash from the DCWV. This right here is from the Festivus stack from Michael's last year that I had the 6x6 of, that I wish I could find the 12x12, but I missed out on that. This is the stamp that Michael's had this year from Hampton Arts, and then I bought the die to cut that out, colored that with Bic Markets, and added a little stickles to there. And this is the sentiment from the same stamp set, and did a little banner shape there. Cut the oval out with a Fiskars thing, and then just added a little tree from the stamp set I had. Next is this one. This is a stack from GCD Studios that I bought a few years ago. It's like a Scandifol stack. It's for like a Scandinavian inspired. It's got a little glitter on it. The Joy sticker is from Michael's a few years ago. They had those felt stickers. I bought like a ton of those, and I still have a ton, so I make a card with that every year. So I just did that. This one's very simple. Stamped that from a stamp set I had from last year from Hampton Art, and then that was also part of the little Joy sticker, and I just added that. And two more. This one is the same Stampendous stamp set from last year, the Cuttlebug embossing folder. Inked that with the blue denim and some orange paper that I had from, actually that's from Snap, the Snap Simple Stories. Colored it with the Bic Markets in the blue and the orange, and then glossy accented the nose and the mouths. And I made this in blue and orange because this is for my boyfriend, and he's a Broncos fan, so blue and orange. So this is his Christmas card this year. And then lastly is the last one that I have. This one is using the Holiday Basic stack from Paper Studio from this year. Some bling that I colored. The hexagon punch from Fiskars that I bought at Hobby Lobby, at Joann's. And then down here is a Happy Holidays sticker from American Crafts that I bought at TJ Maxx this year for $1.49. So that's all my cards. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you have any questions about supplies used, and just message me and I will tell you what I used. So thanks again for watching, and have a good evening. Bye, and Merry Christmas.